Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and about 4 years ago, I made a video talking about why I thought California was the best place for guns. I listed out 10 reasons why I thought California was really a good place for you to move, to own guns, and to basically just enjoy the Second Amendment. Well, obviously things have changed in California, so we're going to go ahead and update that list today with my new top 5 reasons why California is a great place for guns. Number 1, fin grips and mag locks. These are accessories that we didn't have prior to California's recent assault weapons ban. So I want to thank California very much for knowing what we need and steering us in the right direction. I mean, it's sad that it had to come down to a ban in order to get us to understand that these are things that are going to help us. Nonetheless, let's start with the fin grips, for instance. Fin grips are great. Not only are they aerodynamic, and they help you keep your gun pointed straight by allowing airflow to come over the body and around the body instead of being disturbed in that pocket where your thumb is. You get a nice aerodynamic flow. Also with fin grips, you have to keep your thumb on the same side of the firearm as your trigger finger, which is also fantastic. It improves accuracy. Just like those bolt-action gun shooters out there who keep their thumb on the same side in order not to disturb that barrel as they're pulling the trigger, we get the same thing now in a semi-automatic rifle. That's accuracy, that's performance, that's an upgrade and an improvement. I also want to thank them very much because along with fin grips, we also have mag locks. Mag locks are a great training tool. So before, where we could just take the magazine out, put a new one in, if you have a malfunction, go ahead and clear that malfunction, put a new magazine in, and keep going. It basically led to laziness. Now with the mag lock, if you have a malfunction, you got to think through it. You got to work through it. You have to problem solve. When you problem solve and you come up with a solution, you design a plan. Then you take that plan and you put it into action in order to get that round out of the chamber, or whatever malfunction has come along due to that mag lock. So what we have here is not only improved accuracy and performance, better wind stream improvements, but we also have mag locks which have really increased our ability to train through malfunctions. Number 2, the California Handgun Roster. This is probably one of my favorites because this is proof that California politicians care about their citizens. For instance, the Glock 19 Gen 3, that's allowed on the handgun roster because that's considered a safe firearm, but the Glock 19X is not. You know why? Because that is in flat dark earth, and we know that California has a lot of desert, and if you were to drop the 19X on the desert floor and tried to pick it up, maybe you didn't see it correctly, it could accidentally go off and injure somebody. Again, that is California politicians keeping us safe. They only allow guns on that list that are considered safe for our use. So again, I don't know too many other states with, governments that will do that to their citizens, but California does. They make sure that we're not going to get injured by flat dark earth or anything else that might be considered new, because as you know, new is bad. Old is good. Old is time tested. So that's what we get here in California, old. Number 3 is another good one because it is a money saver, and that is the restriction of NFA items in the state of California, where in other states like Montana or Idaho, Arizona, Texas, so forth, you can get NFA items, you got to pay a tax for it. Okay, that's California saving the taxpayer money. So instead of going out there and having to spend $200 on this and that tax stamp and this tax stamp and everything sort of adds up, next thing you know, you've got $1,000 or $1,200 in extra taxes. That's $1,200 in taxes that I didn't have to pay. So that's California saving me money. By keeping those NFA items out, it keeps that money in my wallet. Another big thank you for California. Number 4 is kind of a new one. Now, number 4 is one that I actually look at as something that is probably more of, I guess, a sentimental thing. It's something that you would probably look at sort of like a star registry. And that's the way that I kind of look at too, is they're allowing us to sort of personalize what we own. So now we have ammunition and firearm registration, where before we just had firearm registration. We now have the ability to register our ammo. This is fantastic because unlike people in other states where if you lose a receipt or something on your ammunition, there's not really any proof that it's yours. I guess you have possession of it, but there's nothing that says, look, John Smith owns this ammo. Well, guess what? There is something that says I own this ammo, and it's in the state government. So you can't take that away from me. Even if I lose my receipt, in the state government, somewhere in some basement, they can go ahead and type something in and they can see that, look, that is his ammunition. He's right. That is his firearm. That is awesome. You know, what they're doing here is they're taking something like your firearms and your ammunition and basically just providing you with eternal proof that it's yours. So if something ever happens and somebody maybe takes it and uses it in a way that they shouldn't or something like that, they can simply type it down in a basement and they can come and they can talk to you about it. Because obviously you want to talk to them about it. You never know what could happen. But, you know, it's just a good way to have this database that says, look, we're protecting this guy because we're showing you proof that that's his. Now, lastly, at number 8 on my list, we're going to talk about 10-round magazines. And while I know I touched on this a while back, I'm going to kind of update it because California, again, recently tried to take anybody's grandfathered magazine that could hold more than 10 rounds, and I don't see what the pushback is. This, again, is the California government trying to save you money. Basically, what they're saying is, slow down, Turbo. Slow down a little bit. Unlike people in free states that can load up a 100-round magazine or something like that and just go all day long, they're going to go through so much money. How much money just is in that one magazine? California says, look, take it easy, okay? This stuff is expensive. We're going to be taxing it. So that tax is going to maybe cost a little money. So slow down, shoot slower, 10 rounds, more magazines to load. You have to load 10 10-round magazines in order to have what that guy has over there. It's going to take you a little bit longer to load them and a little bit longer to shoot them. We are saving you money. Not only that, we're extending your range time. So instead of being at the range for like maybe an hour, hour and a half, you're going to be there for 4 hours. You're welcome. State of California did that for us, and I want to thank them very much for that. Anyway, guys, this is my top 5 list for why California is the best place for guns, gun owners, and the Second Amendment updated version. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.